Alright. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kawam La, Yellow Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Ha, Rakah, Kwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well. And, out here, try to make sure I get out here, pretty early today. It's the weekend. So I want to make sure I get these videos out early. Yesterday, I had a lot of running around to do, work stuff, trying to get, a pretty nice new gig that will, help me out on the monetary side. Not that I'm too concerned with that. I just want to, just do enough for the day and hopefully just get enough to have, some basic amenities for myself, maybe a decent apartment, water, food, and some internet. And besides that, I don't really need anything else besides that. Because at the end of the day, as long as I just have a spot I can go home to, teach, make some money, and then everything else will speaks for itself, teach every day, and then, just go camp, and then that's just a given, but you need to have other stuff there too. 2 Corinthians 6:14, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness, right? So we're not into every single word, but some words that caught my eye was
Strong's G 3352 Metache
and metoche. Almost sounds like cha, but like we have the cha, like raka, if I'm pronouncing it right. It almost sounds like a spitting sound, ka, raka kodash, raka kodash, like that. If I'm doing it right, I probably butchered it, but I'm trying my best here, Sharing communion, fellowship, right? Fellowship, being together, like it says in Revelation 15, see thou do it not, don't bow to the angel, I'm thy fellow servant, and that's what that is. That's pretty much what the angel was saying. Hey, I worship, Yahweh Shai as well, so don't bother me, man. Don't do that. Don't do it. Right? Have righteousness with unrighteousness. We don't need to go into all that. Right? And what communion hath light with darkness. All right. And the word I wanted to get into as well, where be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, and actually that also catches my heterozygio, to come under an equal or different yoke, to be equally yoked, to have fellowship with one who is not equal, with the apostles forbidding Christians to have intercourse with idolaters, right? Which everyone, who isn't, what we deal with isn't following the truth. They're all idolaters. They all believe in, false idols. Even they say God, but they're not worshiping the true living power. They're worshiping, plantation Christianity God, and plantation Christianity Jesus. They don't know that. The real names of the Heavenly Father and His Son is really Yahweh, and His Son's name is Yahushai, and they're both black men. Daniel, the 12th chapter, not the 12th, the 7th chapter towards the end will tell you about that. In Revelation, the 1st chapter will give you Yahushai, and they're both, of like mind, right? And they both look the same too. Yahushai has white hair with red eyes, like his father, Yahweh, So that's pretty much, what that is. And, all you people out here, you guys are sick. All you Christianity people, you're all racist. Well, yeah. You go back to nations and stuff like that, but basically I'm saying that you guys are all bigots and you're all colorists, and that's just what it is. Like Amalek, he'll say, oh well, you're kind of light, so maybe you could pass for a Jew, but y'all no, you're dark. It's impossible for you to be a Jew. You can never be a Jew. It's like, dude, please, 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 come on, get over yourself, buddy. Get over yourself. Right? The original Jews were all, brown-skinned people, dark brown, medium brown, some the light brown color of the earth. It says about Adam. Came out of the earth. Right, we're seeing minerals. Really, came out of the waters and stuff like that. But we're made of the same minerals that are in the ground, and we all came out as that skin color. Right? And we just only got a little lighter, a lot lighter later on because of the interbreeding and the intermixing, and and you get what you get. So yeah, and that reminds me of the word heterozygous. They say with genetic information. You have a heterozygous with the alleles or something, and you can have like a hybrid of the two or something. And then there's a percentage chance. I remember that stuff in like high school. I did a lot of it in high school, and I did like a little bit in college. I didn't really do a whole lot of biology in college. I did more chemistry or whatever, but I just remember it. Right? With unbelievers, and that word is apistos. You see, it's negative participle of alpha. It's like Alright, so, and the word pistos, right? So basically, it's the reverse of pistos, faithful. A person sold and sells faithful in the transaction of business, execution of commands, or charge of official duties. One who is plighted faithful, because it's plighted faithful, where they trust that can be relied on, easily persuaded. Alright, so basically, pistos is the opposite of this, right? Apistos, unfaithful, faithless, not to be trusted, perfidious. I gotta go look into that, what that word perfidious means. Yeah, so the word perfidious means deceitful and untrustworthy. A perfidious lover, treacherous, duplicitous, deceitful, disloyal, faithless, traitorous, treasonous, untrue, double dealing, dishonest. And that's Janus faced. That's funny. You Janus faced bitch. Imagine if there was a Jake screaming at his Eve. You Janus faced bitch. Oh man. But yeah, that's what it means. They're unloyal. They're not loyal first and foremost to Yahushua. I'm talking about our people, right? Disloyal. They don't worship. They don't care. And on another level, just in general, they're all disloyal. They fuck each other over all the time. Like how they say there's no honor amongst thieves. Hey, there's no honor amongst unbelievers. All right, these guys fuck each other over all the time, all the fucking time. Like, how many times have you heard of a story of like two dudes being friends, and then like his girl fucks his friend, and then the two friends they become enemies because jealousy is a rage of a man, and then they start to throw some hands, and probably one of them is gonna end up dead, but. That's what goes down, man. They're untrustworthy. That's what tells call not every man a brother. Just because a man is among you in the camp doesn't mean that everyone in the camp is like cool. You got guys that creep in unawares, guys that are wicked, right? And you just watch yourself, But that's to your own discretion. You just gotta have your wits about you, pray. Right, and then who you be around, and if you really use the spirit and you really get around someone, and you don't be simpleton, you'll be able to be around people who are who you should be around, and in time those who are wicked will be exposed, as they always are, and they get kicked out, and then typically something bad happens to them, at least from what I hear. And I hear something bad happens to those guys, like they end up dead or something, or they go fucking crazy or something, you hear stuff. Brothers like mention certain things like, yeah, dude, like you just wouldn't get right, and he's dead now. It's like, oh well. Yeah, so this is Matthew 24:9, right? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, right? And some of these people betraying, it could be your own family, man. It could be your mom, when they start seeing, the bounty hunter, the little bounty hunter things on the television screens, and has your face on it and says, hey, well, keep an eye out for this guy right here, and it's got your government name, and it's affiliated with, Hebrew Israelite terrorist group GMS. I'm laughing about it, but it's going to be deadly serious. Things like that could very well pop off. I believe that very well they are going to start putting out things like that just to make our lives as miserable as possible. And try to, well, they're going to send FEMA guys after us. That's a fact. Soldiers, and some will get caught, some won't, but that's what it is. And these people in the world, these unbelievers, they're untrustworthy, and even here many shall be offended and betray one another. Oh, that's what's going to come down. People are going to fuck each other over. Love of many shall wax cold, like it talks about here in the 12th verse, and then you have the ones in like 2nd Esdras 6 going to like 15 and 16 and stuff like that, and it'll paint a very vivid picture for you of what's going to happen. Got also Isaiah 10, obviously Jeremiah 30 and like 6, 7. Come on, man. Isaiah 19, Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1 on down, and then stuff like that, man. I mean, you could think of a lot more. There's plenty more that you could get into, but that was pretty much it. Lord willing, your brothers were edified, and that's pretty much what I want to talk about, Sean.